what's up, everyone? It's here Mario at MP Repairs. Just bringing another phone today. This is going to be an iPhone 7 Plus that is not turning on, not charging. Apparently, they've already replaced the charging port. You can still see you. They've already replaced the charging port, the battery, and the phone is still not charging at all. So usually, once you've done both of those two things and the phone's still not charging anything at all, most likely it's going to be the TriStar on the device. And one of the best, fastest ways to check it, which this one actually came from another shop, they sent it down here. They had already replaced the charging port and it still wasn't taking a charge. And then if we replace, let me show you out here. Let me turn this off real quick. And I had started taking it apart. Then I realized, this would probably make a good video since I don't have anything with the TriStar. But once this battery had already been removed, like I said, it was from another shop. So we took this battery out real quick. We put one of ours that we know it's charged, and we try to power it on. And the phone powers perfectly fine. However, it won't charge, and once the battery drains, that's it. So it pretty much shows to be a clear case of TriStar. So we're gonna go ahead and replace it. TriStar usually goes bad when you use cheap chargers that don't have that over limit protection or current protection on them. This one's a customer, so let me just make sure. Yeah, we'll put that there. So yeah, using those cheap chargers that you get at the gas station for $4 or $5, that can cause it. Also, using the cheap charger blocks would do it again. And a lot of times, sometimes it's not the charger itself, but if there's any kind of spike in your house or whatever, that's why we use the surge protectors. That spike will carry on, and the cable nor the power supply or the little charging block will stop the spike, and it goes into your phone, shorts out your TriStar, which is your charging assembly or parts, whatever, dedicated for the charging on your phone. So, anyways, let's go ahead and remove the motherboard first. Let me grab my handy dandy hacko thing over here. This will help me hold the screen while I remove. So first thing we're gonna do here is just gonna remove simply the logic board. I'm just taking off all the screws. I had already taken some off for the lower part of the screen, but let's do these other ones real quick. Alright, so LCD is removed. Now, next step is to get the logic board out of here. So, for that, let me move this a little bit that way, get this more out of my way. Where y'all can still see, and it's still good for me. Well, I'm going to remove my battery since it's already out of the way. And then charging, antennas. Let's remove my SIM tray. That's a T-Mobile phone. And then our standoff screws. Always keep track of your screws in the order that they came out because they got to go back in the same way. Put them the wrong way, you'll have bigger problems. But in this case, let's hope that TriStar is the only issue that we have here. And on this phone is a little bit tricky to get to TriStar, so I'm still trying to figure out if I am gonna bend the shield around it, if I'm gonna just try to sneak it in underneath it. I don't know. We'll see right now how complicated it's probably gonna be. But if your phone all of a sudden just stops charging, it's still working, and then you realize it stopped charging, most of the time it's usually the charger. I mean, not the charger, the charging port. Um, but even though if it's not the charging port, and like I say, you try different cables, different things, and eventually the phone just died and won't come back on, this is another option, which is very common. We see it a lot on the sixes, very few on the sevens, but again, I don't think it has to do with the phone. This is not a flaw within the phone. I think it's more of a flaw with the cables that you use. If you use the cheap stuff, then that's what's gonna happen. You'll save money now, but you'll end up spending it later on to get your phone fixed. So my advice, make sure you get good cables, not the cheap ones. The ones that we have, I think they're 14.99, and some people do complain about the price. They want to go to the gas station and get the 4.99 chargers, but then you're gonna end up having this issue if a spike happens to surge through your house or wherever you're at, and yeah. So anyways, her logic board is out. Now TriStar on this one is located right underneath here, and I don't even think my scope is working right now. Let's check here. Oh, I'm lying, it is. Wow. Okay. Interesting. So how about ZXW iPhone 7 Plus, 7 Plus, Qualcomm. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and try and verify where TriStar is at. Whichever we flip the phone, this is gonna be the back side of it. It's gonna be this little U4001. This is a chip that pretty much goes bad, and let me see if I can show y'all here. Let me remove this little tape real quick, warm it up real quick. You'll see why I was debating on how I'm gonna do this. I don't really want to remove the whole frame, or I don't know what you would call it. I might just either bend it or try to do it in that little spot and see how that goes. So let's carefully grab the sticker so we can reuse it and put it back on here. Yep, let's take it all the way off. Okay. So let me show y'all real quick what I'm talking about. TriStar is gonna be this little guy on this side. Enhance. More light, less light. That'll do. Anyways, that little guy is gonna be our TriStar, and this plate right here kind of covers it. It's in the way. So because of that, um, I need to find out if I'm gonna be able to just kind of slide it out and slide it back in, or if I'm gonna have to do something else. Trying to get it to focus. Bam. Okay, anyways, let's get it out of here first, shall we? Let's enhance. And to do that, I don't need to apply flux to remove it. I do, however, need to block my and my nana, as I say. And yeah, let's put a little bit of flux just to make sure that nothing flies off. Little dab around here. And that should flow. Alright, what else do we have? I don't know. I'm gonna put another nickel on the other side, just protect other stuff, just for the hell of it. Alright, so that's gonna flow. I see in there, and I'm gonna pull this guy out without disturbing anybody else. Oh, all right. So he came out fairly easy. Now let me just take notation of where the dot is. Okay. So the dot is hiding underneath it. Let me see if I can show you. There it is. There's the dot. Oh, my brother's here. ¿Qué pasó? Let's say hi to Facebook. We got 0 watchers. So what? What's going on, bro? So what? Alright, so we gotta clean this thing now. And I should have checked for shorts just before it, but I've seen this too many times where 9 times out of 10, it's just gonna be TriStar. Why does this hurt? Knuckle hurts a little. Grab some more flux. Just a little there. You get your cards, bro? Oh. The what? Yeah. Yeah, that's the one that I'm gonna be replacing right now. And it's those little balls. But yeah, well, 'cause that's the live feed. That's the live one over here. That's what you'll be able to see. Like, yeah, this tip is too big to get it in there. This is always a tricky one. No, I'm just gonna go with the micro one. There you go. More flux. Come, give me. Get anything right. It's really hard on this one because that shield that's covering it. So I was debating if I'm gonna like bend the shield back or if I'm just gonna still do it just like so. And one more little ball in there. That works. Yeah, dude. I've gotten a little solder balls like on my finger, and they're like, dude, you can't see them. There's yeah. All right, I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope that it goes well, because if not, I'm gonna have to take this whole metal bracket around off that I don't want to, or even bend it or cut it. But nah, I think it'll sit fine. Mm, That's plenty. Make sure the dot is on the right side. Yep. Are the balls down there too? Yeah, they are. Alright, let's go with the magic happens. And hopefully he don't jump. Oh, you're not even seeing over there. Thought I had it on there. No, but dude, there's days when I have my hands, they're like super jittery, or when I drink energy drinks. That no, no, no. I mean, there's days when it's like super jittery versus like no jitters. Uh-huh. You'll see it fall into place. Once you start seeing everything bubble, you're gonna see it just snap. Hopefully he doesn't jump. All right, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Oh, it's still not into place all the way. Come on, dude. Yep, there you go. So now, just sure. Ah, hold on. Just replaced it. Yes, I had to clean the connections, dude. It's hot. There you go. Just a small little tiny nudge. No, replace the whole chip. Yeah, the whole thing goes bad. So, no, it's right here. So the whole thing, the phone will stop charging, and then put a new chip on it. Mhm. What is this right here? Just a little bit. Okay, so this should do it. For this one, now of course we gotta check to see if it's gonna charge. Because if it doesn't, it becomes a whole nother enchilada where I have to go and troubleshoot to find out if there is a short somewhere. I'm hoping there's no short, and that was just the only thing. And if there was a short, hopefully the short was in there. Um, yeah, whatever. We'll clean this real quick. Just a quick clean. I'm gonna apply this while it's still hot. Once it's cooled off a little bit, let's go ahead and put this back in here. I don't think I'm gonna really plug in a lot of this stuff, just the basics on it. I'm gonna put in the battery, charging connector, and then the LCD just to see what it's gonna do. And then we're gonna put the old battery that was in there just to see what it does. But if that's all that was wrong and we don't have any other shorts, then that's gonna take care of our problem. So now we grab a cable, which is, what did I do with the other one? We'll use this one. We'll close this down here. We'll turn it around. And the moment of truth. Do we have an Apple logo? Or not an Apple, but a battery charging logo. We do. So we've restored charging back on this phone. So battery had been replaced, wasn't it? Charging port had been replaced, wasn't it? So when it all fails, it comes down to this little guy. Where is he? Where is it? Where is he at? Can't even see it. Where you at? Where you at? That little tiny chip. Let me move the phone out of the way. Let it charge for a minute. And again, these will go out if you use those cheap gas station chargers. You think you're saving money in the long run, you're gonna spend more. Um, so yeah, you see. Anyways, guys, hope you guys learned something. Again, if you have any problems, questions, anything, feel free to give us a call. 210-643-8798. Till next time, have a good day.